Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly Tuesday night special, live with Dustin Faul. We got some stuff to go over tonight, fellas, and I think that we need to see if we can help a gentleman out that's run into some tough times. Dustin, welcome to Catfish Weekly.
Thank you, Lyle.
We got a catfishing people as a rule or a one big family, regardless of whether you get along every day, day in and day out or not. When somebody hurts, we all hurt. And you had got a hold of me earlier about a gentleman that's run into some bad times, and we needed to get this out there to see if we can help a brother out.
Right. So, yeah, there's a gentleman, Kenny McCure is actually the one that got a hold of me. And it's a guy that fishes a lot of tournaments. He's kind of a hometown guy that, fishes local tournaments. Very passionate about fishing. And unfortunately, he had a bad mishappening the other day when his garage burnt to the ground with his boat, his truck, and all of his boating accessories and his fishing poles, his tackle, everything in it. It just totally burnt to the ground, and Wow. It kind of touched my heart. So, I wanted to reach out to the community and see if we can't get this brother fixed up.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. We've done deals like this before and helped some guys out. And not only was his boat in this fire, there was another boat in the garage also. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was his partner's boat. They was doing some repairs on it. For the tournaments because they switched back and forth, from what I gather, and they was working on it currently, and unfortunately, his buddy lost his boat too.
Oh man, what a terrible deal! Thank you, Todd. We appreciate that so much. So, what is it that we can do to help this gentleman since he's lost all of his fishing equipment, his truck, and 2 boats? What is it that the fishing community can do to help him out?
Well, fortunately, I don't believe any of us can, just go out and buy a boat to him and hand it to him, or
no.
A truck and hand it to him, or things like that. But I think it's the little things that would count, as far as his fishing equipment that he could equip a boat with. He plans to try to get another boat, even if it's a small donation. If they send him a donation, these little things add up. And like I've been telling people, I've been reaching out to some people. Chris Flores with Muddy River Catfish. I was actually going to send a guy one of my new Muddy River Catfish poles that I had bought. And Chris advised me. He said, "No, don't do that, Dustin." He said, "We'll get him fixed up." So,
okay.
I know that Muddy River Catfish is going to send him a rod.
That's outstanding. Chris is such a great guy for our fishing world.
Yeah, Chris is a real good guy. I've got to know him. We've actually become very good friends. I support him, and just like Catfish Weekly, if it's something you believe in, you don't have to be paid to do it. If you believe in it, then, take care of it.
Yep. Whisker Sticks LED Lights has donated $10 and says, get this guy some gear. And thank you so much, Tim. We will make sure that gets put to good use. Dustin, is there an account or a fund, anything that people over in your area has put together to help this gentleman out?
No, it hasn't. Like I said, I just found out about this yesterday. Me and Whisker Sticks, we had talked about, a GoFundMe account. Unfortunately, I'm not a computer genius by no means. Don't know how to set up a GoFundMe account or anything like this.
Yeah, I don't.
And I guess, if we could get the address out to them to where if they could just send, even if they send a $20 money order to them, you know what I mean? If each person, because if you go for a GoFundMe account, they charge you a percentage for that. And that's great and all well, but, I want him to see the love of it from each individual person. I want his mail carrier, the UPS truck, the FedEx truck. I want to be at his door every day for a while, you know, and just so he could feel the love and passion of the catfishing industry.
Okay, let me ask you another question.
Yes.
How close are you to where this gentleman lives?
I'm about 2.5, 3 hours away.
Okay. All right. That's a little bit far. I was going to say we could send a bunch of stuff to you and you could get it to him, but that's quite a drive.
I had thought about that, about if I could get everything here, that me and Kenny could just show up at his house with it. You know, but unfortunately, tournament times here, I'm in and out all the time, and times when I've been working on some special projects at the shop, and it's taking up a lot of my time. And of course, I'm in the midst of building a new garage for my boat to stay out of the weather, so that takes up time there trying
Absolutely.
to keep these guys going. So,
well, it's raining every day here in Missouri, so we don't have time. We don't have to worry about that outside stuff. But we need the water, so I guess I'm not going to play. Right. Okay, how can we get stuff to this guy?
Do what?
How can we get stuff to this guy?
Well, I have his mailing address. It's 4380 Tamage Mayo Road. He's in Harrodsburg, Kentucky.
Okay, now once we're done with the show, if you would post that up on our Facebook group page so that we can get as much stuff rounded up for him as we can. I just got a message from my good buddy Luke Hinges. And Luke is going to do a Facebook Live donation stream for him and send him a check or something. Luke Hinges, thank you so much. You are the man.
Thanks, Luke.
Luke is so good in deals like this and does so much stuff for us.
And we have a lot of guys out there in the catfish world that, that is unnamed. That's like I was talking about Kenny. He gives away sinkers. He started giving away sinkers on Catfish Weekly. The man's done a lot for the fishing community, and it's not to where it's publicized, but just privately. I've seen him give just sinkers away to people at his catfish tournaments that needs a few extra sinkers and help them out and things of that nature. He's done a lot for the catfish world, and I kind of look up to Kenny. Kenny's a good man. He's a man of his word. I just can't say enough about him. And there's a lot more people out there that's not recognized that would do the same thing.
That's right. Now, last night we had a Brock and the A-Team was on our show, and they just posted in the chat that they will gladly share the information on their page as well to help this guy out. Thank you so much, Brock. Sharing this information and these videos to help this guy will go a long way in reaching more people, and that's what we need to do. Yes, Tom, I think you're more than welcome to say what happened. That way that people understand why the gentleman needs it. And again, to go over this one more time, this guy's, and what was his name, Kenny? Or Kenny?
Kevin.
Dustin? Kevin. Okay.
Kevin.
Kevin's garage burnt with his boat in it, his truck in it, and his fishing partner's boat in it. So that's some pretty serious stuff.
Yeah. Along with all of his fishing equipment. I mean, everything that he owned that dealt with fishing, he kept in that garage.
Todd Sipes sent me a message. And if you find out how to get some help, I will donate $100. Todd, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
When we get done with this show, Dustin is going to post up the gentleman's name and address on our group page on Catfish Weekly, and all the donations can be sent directly to him. Catfish Weekly will put together a package of products that we have that we give away on our show and help him out. Our sponsors have give us this stuff to give away, and I'll send him some hooks and some rig wraps and some other stuff to get him on the way, and we might even throw something extra in there for him because we really need to help a brother out. It's not just Kevin. The next time it could be any one of us that has anything to do with catfishing or the show or our viewers. It could be any one of us, and it doesn't matter to me. I don't know Kevin, but he's part of the Catfish family, and we want to help him.
That's right. You don't even have to know him. All you have to know is that he's in our catfishing community, and that's what it takes, is to show the love between the catfishing industry, that we differ from your bass guys. And I'm not downgrading bass guys by any means, or anybody in person. Yeah, exactly. I've never been a bass fisherman. I never will be a bass fisherman, but I just know as a catfishing community, we all stick together.
That's right.
Brothers, we're family. And when one hurts, we all hurt. And, and unfortunately, like you said, next time it could be me.
Tim says that he knows that he lost camping and hunting gear also, and all kinds of others. Yeah, whatever's in your garage is what he lost. Dustin, let me check a couple of messages here. What's the show? My name is
Yeah, I can't see no messages on my side, so I'll leave that up.
Dustin?
Yes.
I am in process right now of building a fishing rod for a gentleman. His name is Travis Robertson.
Yes.
He is watching the show right now, and he says, is my name on my poll you made for me? If not, I would like to donate it to this person. Travis, it is sitting there on there, but there's no finish on it, so I can take the decal off. And if you would like to donate that to this gentleman, I will be happy to finish it up and send it to him. Thank you so much.
That would be awesome. That's awesome. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. These guys are just great. You know what I mean? These guys are great. They have a heart.
Travis has been waiting for a while on his rod because I've been really busy, and we have the show and all this stuff, and that is a hell of a gesture to donate that rod to this gentleman.
He'll be ordering one next week.
I can't imagine that somebody doing something like that. He sent me another message. He would be happy to let him have it. Travis, I can't tell you what that means. It's going to mean to Kevin. It means a whole hell of a lot to me, I promise you. And thank you so much. We really appreciate that. But like I say, that's what catfishing guys do. And we've had guys that have had health issues, and we tried to help them. And there's a lot of other things that go on. And we are going to set up this deal with his name and address on our Catfish Weekly group page. And we're going to get this information out. So if you can do a cash donation, if you can do products, fishing rods, reels, he's lost everything, including his boat, his partner's boat, and his truck. So whatever we can do to help the gentleman out, that's what we're going to do. And like I say, Catfish Weekly will put together a package for him and help him get that out. Tony DeBuff says he has a couple of rods and reels that he would donate that his brother used before his death. Tony, I am quite sure the gentleman would love to have those. Thank you very much. That is very awesome of you to donate your brother's stuff. That would be extremely hard for me to do.
That would be really hard. But you know what,
Lyle? Becky says she's getting the address now. Thank you so much, Becky.
Kenny last night, he called me last night, and or was it this morning? I've talked to him several times since last night, but
sure.
He said that he had contacted James up at Hooker Terminal Tackle, and he never hesitated one time. He said, "Get me an address," and he said, "I've got it right here." And he said you could consider it already in the mail, that he was going to start sending some things to him. And that's a company right there with heart. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of people we like in our catfishing community. Once it's going to support others.
That's right.
You know,
James is such a great guy for our sport.
Yes.
We have a world of good people in catfishing that help us out. You're so welcome, Travis. It means so much. Thank you very much. You know, James Arwood has stepped to the plate anytime that he's been asked to step up, like this deal, or for other people in the past. He supports a lot of tournament trails. He supports a lot of tournaments. And if you want a product from him, he gets it out very quickly and at a reasonable price. And he's got good products. He don't have any just, you know, stuff that nobody wants. He's got quality equipment. And, you know, he is such a good guy for the sport, and we can't thank him enough for everything that he does for Catfish Weekly.
Yes, he does.
Okay, folks.
He's awesome.
Becky has given us the address, and it is 4380 Talmage, Talmage, Mayo, Mayo Road, Harrodsburg, Kentucky, 40330. The gentleman's name is Kevin Hill. Some of you may know Kevin. Some of you may know that he's had this issue. Some of you that know him may not know that he's had this issue. Yes, you're right, Eric. James is a super nice guy. So what we're going to do is anybody that can help Kevin out, we want to help him out. This is not a spam or a fake thing. The gentleman lost his boat, his buddy's boat, and his pickup truck in a garage fire. And he's a tournament catfish angler local to that area. And we want to try to help him out a little bit if we can. It's 777 does. I'm not sure what that means, but okay, his Facebook page. But, you know, like I say, next week, next month, next year, 10 years down the road, it could be any one of us that have an issue like that. And I promise you, as long as Catfish Weekly is going, we will be there for you the same as we are for Kevin, same as we was for Bink and anybody else that needs anything. It's Tom, I don't know if he had insurance or not.
From what I understand, he had insurance like on the truck, but on the garage itself, the contents inside the garage, like his fishing equipment, his boat, and his buddy's boat. Now, I don't know if the buddy had insurance on his boat, but what I'm aware of is that his fishing items and his boat's not going to be covered.
Okay.
It did get part of his house also. I guess it melted the siding and stuff on it, which he did have insurance that he was going to be dealing with.
Tough deal. You know, I feel like we're insurance poor. Cindy keeps took care of all that stuff, you know, and she got everything that would amount to anything insured as much as we could possibly afford. But the end result is if you lose stuff, you still don't have it. And having been in business for a lot of years and being broke into, there's no way that you can name everything that's missing once it's gone.
Exactly. I've been through that.
Yeah. I mean, I've taken pictures and video of tools and equipment and all kinds of stuff, and you still don't get it all in there. So, whatever we can do to help this guy out, like I say, it could be any one of us the next time, and it could be tomorrow, next month, next week. You don't never know when something's going to happen. And we just want to be there for our catfishing family in any capacity that we can. They usually pay for one rod, one lure, and that's about it unless you have a declared value. Wow.
And then they take and then they appraise it by, you know, if it's over a year or two old, then
it gets depreciated.
Then it's depreciated. So by the time they're said and done, you got an $80 rod and it's worth about $2 to them. Now,
the only thing that will change that is if what comes up gone or ruined, if it has a lifetime warranty, they will give you full face value for replacement.
Really? I didn't know that.
Hey, Sarah. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's they was going to depreciate all my stuff out, and I said, hell, this stuff's got a lifetime warranty. So, well, if that's the case, then we got to pay, whatever it costs to replace it.
Huh.
So that's something.
I wish I would have known that when me and the wife had a bunch of tools stolen, and a lot of my tools were Snap-on and Mac tools, which are like guaranteed.
Yeah, that's what happened to us. Stacy Gaston, welcome to Catfish Weekly. We're going to have you on here in a few weeks, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, Stacy, I love Stacy.
Me too. He's a hoot.
I was watching one of his videos down there at Wheeler this morning, about 5:30 this morning. I was watching it, and I didn't get to watch it live because when he done it, I guess I must have been outside and busy, but I enjoy his videos. I really enjoy his videos.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We're going to have a lot of fun with Stacy on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Wilson says his rods are 10 foot long. Is that too long? If they're two-piece, they ship very economically. If they're two-piece, you can split them up. 10-foot one-piece rods are very, very expensive to ship.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So that's why I try not to people that ask for longer than 8-foot rods. Anything over 8 foot has to be shipped by truck. The last time I knew, it was a minimum of $150 to get it to me, and then you have to get it away from me to them. So it makes it really
tough. Yeah, that
he is going to drive them to him. Tim at Whisker 6 says he's going to drive to him. He'll get him delivered to Dusty, and that's why he's asking. Okay, yeah, that'll work out fine. That will work out perfectly.
That's good.
Oh, he wants to know if he'll use 10-foot rods.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he fishes out of a boat, and my experience with boats, a 10-foot rod is going to be a little bit much.
I know a lot of guys use them for drifting.
Well, and that may be. I'm sure that he wouldn't deny it.
I'm thinking if he lost anything he get would be great. So
right, and he may be able to use it even for now, even if he wants to take his kids out bank fishing.
Absolutely.
I mean, anything would help him at this point.
I
talked to a buddy of mine, John Knoll, and he was actually he was going to talk to Steve Douglas and see if Steve, had a few things laying around that he could help him out with. And John Knoll, he had some things laying around. He's going to go ahead and get together and so I mean I've been on the phone solid with everybody. Anything can help. I don't care if it's a pack of hooks. If a man's got 10,000 hooks, it's the meaning behind the whole thing is what I'm trying to ensure this guy of and let him know, because the next time he's going to be given to somebody else that's less fortunate that might have lost, a lot of their belongings in a fire or theft or
you just don't know.
You don't know.
No,
you just don't know.
And like I say, when that time comes up for the next person, we'll be here to help them and get them all the assistance that we can. Now, I realize that it's not the same as getting your stuff from your insurance company or whatever, but I know no better way to help them than what we're doing right now. And any of the help that we can get him will be what we can get. And I'm sure he'll be very grateful for that.
Oh, he would. He would. And I think once he gets it, maybe I'll get in touch with him. And if we can I'll go up there maybe to his house. And if you want to put us back on the show to do like a welcoming or a thank you, from him, sit down and do an interview with him and, and just let him know that, let him tell his side of the story to where, he can thank everyone.
Sure, absolutely.
I think it would mean a lot to everyone to know that he received these products and what he's done with them.
Well, sure. Yeah. Well, it's a terrible situation, and anybody that can help him, I know that he'll be extremely grateful for, and we want to do all that we can for him. Like I say, it could be any of us the very next time. Tom Wilson says he wants that River Life decal. Well, that's not really a decal.
No, them are actually one of your. I don't know if you've seen on your. Well, I think you did see on your Facebook page the gentleman that won this actual. It was one. It was exactly the same one as the one sitting here hanging on my wall. He didn't realize that how big it was and how really nice and well built it was.
Yep, they're very nice. Very nice.
He faced me and said it. He just couldn't. He didn't imagine it was something like that. And I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "You know, it's something that I'm passionate about. Doing is bringing some of these things in. But if anybody that wants any of these, we do sell them. They can contact me on Facebook. They're $50 a piece. They're made out of steel. I'm in the process to where set up a powder coating system so I can actually powder coat them. So, and it's only, I think it's $9 shipping, to ship these pretty much anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. We have let me get back to it. Jacob Taggett says that he had the same thing happen to him about 6 years ago. He didn't get the boat or the truck, but he got everything. It got everything else, and it's horrible. And I'm sure that is the case. Yeah. Whisker Stick says, if my deeper and tackle box and 10-foot rods hadn't got stolen from me, it would have been able to donate those to him. Well, yeah, deeper is a sonar. Like I say, you just don't know when any of this stuff would ever happen to anybody. So, like I say, if we can help the guy out, it'd be great. Shannon Williams says he don't have any reels, Dusty, but have a couple of 8-foot rods I'll give him, practically brand new. Thank you, Shannon, so much. That's outstanding.
Yeah, Shannon's one of our locals over here. He fishes some of our local tournaments and things. I mean,
that's cool.
That's really good.
Well, it sounds like we're going to get him fixed up with some stuff, so he's not going to be completely without. In case that he would like to go fishing with somebody else in a boat or bank fishing until he gets everything lined out, and it'll work out. It's just going to be uncomfortable for him for a while, but things end up working out. That's how life goes. And
he said he's got a 12-foot John boat at his dad's house. He said that he was going to that's where he originally started. And he said that he's going to have to get it back out and try to get it all rigged in order to fish any of the tournaments. But he was kind of leery of putting it on the Ohio River.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not big on 12-foot John boats, but
I ain't either.
I'd much rather do it on the Ohio River than I would the Missouri or the Mississippi. I promise you that.
I bet you. I'm gonna get out that way, and I'm gonna fish them two rivers.
Well, be prepared.
I hear a lot of talk about them.
Yeah, they're a horse of a different color. They're not unsafe by no means, but you have got to give them girls the respect they deserve. If you don't, you will cost you. Right. Just that way.
Well, that's what I tell people about the Ohio it can change at any given moment.
Whisker Stick says he may have a John boat. Wow.
The guy's got a John boat. Is that what he's meaning?
That's what I'm assuming. Travis Hunter has sent me another message, and he will be sending this guy an Ambassador 6500 reel. Travis, buddy, you have stepped up to the plate now. Thank you so much. That's outstanding.
That's awesome.
That's above and beyond. I mean, you have really set a precedence here for the rest of us. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, man. That is way cool. Oh, Travis Hunter is donating the reel. Travis Robertson is giving the rod.
Oh, so it's two separate guys.
Two separate guys. I got it confused, but thank you both for everything you're doing. That's really a really cool deal, and I know this gentleman is going to be thrilled with that stuff.
Oh, he's going to be tickled. He's going to be tickled.
Shannon says he also has a trolling motor.
Wow.
It sounds like we're going to get some stuff for this guy, so that's really cool. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Be sure to like and share this video so we can get the word out to help Kevin out. We need to get him all the help he can get. If we can get him back where he can go fishing and kind of get some of this stuff out of his mind and have some better thoughts, I'm sure it'll mean the world to him.
Get off of that. Got my lovely cat.
Becky said that anyone that wants to get things that don't want to ship and are close to Kenny McClure, he will take them to him personally. Thank you, Kenny and Becky. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love the way she volunteers Kenny.
Kentucky River Cats, you are very welcome. We would do this for any time we need to, as long as we're able to do it. Unless if I'm on the road or doing something or some emergency comes up that I can't, that's one thing. But if I'm available and we need to help somebody out, we're going to do our best to do it. I'll see about getting him my old John boat if Dusty can pick it up. Tim from Whisker Stick LED Lights.
Well, Tim, he's already got a John boat. You might want to save that so you could actually fish yourself on the waters. I've been trying to get. I'm trying to get Tim on the water himself.
Excellent. Yeah, he fishes a lot of banks.
He does a lot of bank fishing.
Yep.
We're actually going to do. I talked to Tim, and we're going to try to do a video out on the Ohio River this coming year. As soon as we get everything situated.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great.
I like old Tim.
Yep, the good guy does a lot for our sport.
He does a lot for our sport.
Yep. Shannon says he'll get his over to Kenny this weekend. See if someone else close to him can. I don't have a trailer, but he would need a trailer or truck. It's not as fast tonight as it is on a normal Monday night, but it's still faster than what I can keep up with. Chat really runs by when you're doing 3 or 4 other things, and a lot of these messages tonight are coming in on Facebook. So
I know my phone's been blinging. I had a buddy of mine, Jeff Mayfield, that made a post when I had asked him to share with some of his friends and sponsors, and my phone's just been going bleep, bleep, bleep at the top.
And, sure is. Tim wants to know where you're going to be fishing next.
Where am I going to be fishing next? I'm actually going to be at Rocky Fork Saturday. I'm going to be fishing Vince's tournament out there on Rocky Fork. Actually be out there. I'll be out there with one of my guys who's going to be Kenny LeCure.
Awesome.
He's actually going to come out and fish with me this weekend.
Good deal.
Put some nice channel cats in the boat. That lake's known for big, huge channel cats.
That's what I understand. Josh DeBoer just made a post in our chat, says spin the wheel for him. And I, pretty much think that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
I don't have anything loaded up to where we have numbers, so we can spin one time and whatever it lands on, we'll give it to him. How's that sound?
That'll work.
Let me slide this baby over here a little bit. I got to get it presentable, so we got to turn this right side up. It won't stay that way, but we're going to do it anyhow. Let's just see what we can win for Kevin. Not as good as that as Cindy is. Mudbum Supply Shack.
Awesome.
If Kevin can get a hold of Blaine Garrett or Willie or any of the guys up at the Mudbum Supply Shack, I will send them a message, tell them what we done. They will donate a gift certificate to this gentleman. If they don't, I'll pay for it myself, but I know that they will. They are some outstanding sponsors, do everything in the world for the catfishing world. And I know that they will step up to the plate for this gentleman.
Yeah.
So there we go. Dusty, is there anything else we can talk about to help this guy out?
No, I think we covered about everything, Lyle.
Awesome.
Like I said,
now you
just
got
people keep in mind that that if there's somebody else out there in need, and it doesn't have to be just a fire, but if it's something to keep them from fishing, contact me on Facebook, whatever. I'll do all I can to help them out. I'm always an open ear to listen to. Help anybody that needs the help. I'm not rich by no means. Like I said, I just reached out to some of my friends. Lyle, you're a friend. And that's all it takes sometimes is just to reach out to friends. I don't want nobody to go without.
I feel the same way. Mike Greenwell says he's got a reel he can send in. Mike, thank you very much. Dusty, when we get done, I'll have to close the show and get it all loaded up. If you would be so kind as to go to the group page of Catfish Weekly and post the gentleman's name and address, how we can get a hold of him, and we'll see if we can get some of this stuff on its way so the man can go fish and forget about all the bad things.
Excellent. That would be great. That I think would take a lot of stress off of him, because in the best from my understanding, he's got 2 small children, and of course his wife, and, raising children, Lord knows I've raised a bunch.
I understand.
It can be hard. It can be hard to try to replenish this stuff.
It can be. Jacob Taggett says, this is amazing, everybody. I am beyond proud to be part of the catfish community. Extremely proud moment for the sport. And I agree with you, Jacob, 100%.
Thank you, Jacob, for just, being in there.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So we got him some rods. We got him some reels. We got some other stuff going to be sent out to him. So we're going to get him some help. And that was the plan for the night. Dustin, thank you so much for sharing this with me and making it possible that we can get this information out for this gentleman. And I will contact the Mud Bum guys and let them know that they're going to be donating a gift certificate to him. And we appreciate everything that you do to help this gentleman out.
You're welcome. And I just want to say thanks to you, Lyle. You do a lot for the catfishing community. Give yourself some credit.
I know the feel that I do anything any more than anybody else was. I've had some really good help along the ways to get this to where we do what we do, and I enjoy it so much. So that's why we're able to do it. But this is something that we need to take care of, and I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for helping this guy out. And we're here for these kind of needs if people need us.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And like I said, I'm happy to be part of the catfishing community.
Me too.
It's a big family. It's a big family. And when you just need somebody to talk to, all it takes is just a fishing buddy to call.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I always said catfishing saves lives.
It kind of does.
It does. Honestly, if you got wife problems, just take a buddy fishing.
Yep.
That way, she can't accuse you of going out and cheating on her. You're fishing with your buddy.
That's exactly right, Becky.
That's what I told my wife. I said, you never have to worry about me cheating. When I said I'm going fishing, I'm going fishing.
That's exactly right.
I've been lucky, that my wife supported me 100% in on my fishing. Never told me no, you can't go, and she's always supported everything I've done.
That's awesome. So, all right. Well, we're gonna wind Tuesday night special up. Be sure to post that up, Dusty, and anybody that can help this guy. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight and trying to help this gentleman out. And we're going to get him some support from our family of Catfisher men and women, and we'll see if we can get things rolling. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you all Monday night.
Thanks again.